Kit Kats can read. Hey guys, it's Katie. Welcome to another video. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a non-spoiler book review on Letters to the Lost by Brigid Kemmerer. Now, this is actually the first book that I have read by this author, but I know she has written other books. She's written other series as well, and we follow each other on Twitter, and she's a really nice person. Like, the fact that she just sort of replies to tweets is really cool. So this book I pulled out of my recommendations jar. It was what so many people had recommended when they read in 2017. They were like, oh, this is one of my top books of the year, and I pulled it out. And I had it as a review book for last year, but I didn't get around to reading it, and I feel so stupid that I didn't, because I absolutely loved this book so much. So first of all, I'm just going to go quickly into what this actual book is about. So we have Juliet, who visits her mother's grave literally every day. She writes letters to her mum and leaves it under her grave. And then we have Declan, who was involved in this accident, and so he's doing community service at this cemetery, so he mows the lawn there. Then one day curiosity gets him, he sees one of the letters and he reads it, and he's just like, hang on a minute, this girl literally gets me. So he decides to write 2 words on the bottom of this letter, me too. And thus starts this blossoming friendship where they start writing letters to each other. At first, Juliet is just absolutely angered. She's like, how dare you write on a letter that means a lot to me when I'm writing to my mum. However, they start telling each other about everything going on in their lives, and they find that the only person they actually have to talk to about things that are going on, especially things that they are keeping buried deep inside, are each other. So literally they are the ones that are lost, and so thus the title, Letters to the Lost. And I found that this book was just really raw and realistic. We have just so much going on. Both the characters have a lot going on. Like Juliet, she's lost her mum, and so she's learned to deal with that and living with her dad and just struggling with that sort of thing. And then we have Declan, who, because he's created this complete felony and this issue that everybody is just frowned upon him, they're scared of him, when he's literally actually a normal guy. It was just simply an accident. When they meet in school, they are just so complete opposites. They do not realise that it is each other they are writing to, and that's the thing that I like about this, that they're just so different in person. But then they eventually, even in person, they just start to talk to each other, and he helps her out when her car breaks down, for example, and just things like that. And things like that, when they sort of help each other and they just sort of realise that, you're not who I thought you were, and that sort of thing. Like both of them thought that each other was a bad person when they learn more about each other in person. And then one day one of them discovers, I'm not going to tell you, but one of them discovers who the other person who's been on the other side of the letter is, and they had an opportunity to just completely ignore it. However, they helped, and it's from then on, and obviously the other person has no idea until all the way near towards the end, where they're like, it's you. But it's how they just sort of react to that, and that it's just they thought that they would be a bit scared that it would be that person. They have no idea, and they just sort of feel like, oh, it could be this person, but no, it can't be that person, because of just how they are in real life. And it literally is just a guessing game for them. It's just very interesting to just see throughout the pages just how that is discovered, and literally just we're discovering things about them too. We're discovering about Juliet's issues, we're discovering about Declan's issues, and just how they feel. And I totally sort of felt emotions towards each character. I felt complete sympathy with them, even with both of them, just what they've been going through, what they go through at home. It just goes to show what is on the outside isn't the same as what's on the inside. So I feel with things like that, we just need to be a little bit kinder towards each other, because we don't know what's going on at home with other people. So we just need to be a bit more respectful of that. And this truly shows, and I feel that's why I was so invested. I found it very hard to put this book down. I literally sat down yesterday and I was just like, I need more of this book. I love it so much. We have a character called Rev, who is the best friend of Declan, and he is a true best friend. And also what I liked about this book was that Rev and Declan would be like best friends, but they would still have these little titters and arguments and sort of thing, which, you know, friendships do have, but they always find that they come back together again. And that's what true friendships are, that no matter what, through the hard times, you always go back together again. And then we have a best friend of Juliet's called Rowan, and they're just sort of like really close too, and Rowan's always there for her. And yeah, it was just a very, very, very good book that just shows so many flaws within the characters, and it's how they overcome it. And literally they just found that in the end, even though they knew who each other were, that they found that they just needed each other, and you could really feel that. They were just like, I want this person. The only person that I could talk to about this was them, and now I feel like I can't. And I loved how this book ended so much, just how everything was just discovered and everything, and we discover like something like near towards the end, and just how they help each other through that. And yeah, it was really, really good, and I'm so glad I read it. I'm totally ashamed I didn't read it like when I got the arc, but I do have an arc of the companion novel to this book, who basically is Rev's story, and that's More Than We Can Tell, and that comes out in April, I believe, and I'm very excited that I've got it. It's a lot chunkier than this book actually, so it's Rev's story, who is the best friend of Declan. I'm very excited about that, so I'm definitely going to be reading that in the month of March. But yeah, guys, you need to pick this book up if you just love raw and realistic stories. And really, there's not really a strong sort of feeling of like passion in this book. Yes, there's like a feel of romance, because that you can tell that they like each other, but like obviously because nothing's happening. So if you like slow burner sort of like romances, then this is like your sort of thing. I'm hoping in the companion novel that we will also see a little glimpse of Juliet and Declan as well, because I just love them so much, because they just go together so well. But this book, it was so good. It's written really well actually, and I really enjoyed it, and I flew through it like so easily. Flew through this book, and I'm such a slow reader, and I'm very, very busy in my life with my work and that, but I could not put this book down on a day off that I had at home, and I'm so glad that I read it. It's so good, it's so amazing, I love it so much. I love it actually so much that I'm going to give this an ultimate Katie star, because that is like an equivalent to a 6-star rating for me. I just loved it that much. And I rarely ever get those sort of like feelings with the book. Like I'll get a 5-star feeling where I'm like, yeah, this was like really good, but a 6-star rating, like an ultimate Katie star, I'm just like literally just like astounded, and I have this like feeling inside of me where I'm just like, oh my goodness. So yeah, ultimate Katie star. It's a 6-star rating for me. It's so good. You guys need to pick it up. It's out in the stores now. It's been out since like last year, so you guys should pick it up. I think on Amazon it's like fairly cheap. It's like £4 at the moment for the paperback, but it's so good, guys. You need to give it a read. So that's the end of my non-spoiler book review on this book. Do let me know down below in the comments if there's anything else you would like me to tell you about this book. If you have read this book, do let me know down below as well, or if you are interested in it, let me know as well. But any comments, any thoughts, just leave them down below. Give me a thumbs up if you have enjoyed this video. My name is Katie. I upload videos on my channel all the time. There's no specific schedule, so if you don't want to miss a video, then please do click on the subscribe button, and it will honestly make my day so much. Thank you guys for watching my videos. Always keep smiling, keep reading, and be happy, and I'll see all of you wonderful awesome people in my next video. Bye.